Session, we are having our stress and balance conversation. Stress and balance conversation. So I'm live on TikTok, I'm live on Facebook, and I'm about to go live on Instagram. So thank you for joining in every Tuesday. Thank you for watching the replay. I appreciate every one of you. So from today, I'll be having a series called Stress and Balance Conversation. That means I'll be bringing in guests and I'll be asking them questions that has to do with stress, that has to do with their balance, and that has to do with how they've been able to manage these things. What are their what they call it what are their recommendations and things like that. That is what I'll be dealing with in these sessions. So before I start, my name is Ifoma Ogbonna. I'm a stress to success strategist. I'm a productivity coach, a life coach, an accountability coach. I'm a mom, I'm a medical assistant, I'm a Christian. So I have programs and courses you can attend. Balance and Beyond is one of them. The Balanced Woman is one of them. Young and Empowered for my younger viewers is also there. And my self-care masterclass titled The Self-Care You Deserve is also a program, one of the programs I run. So you can also register for that program. So we are getting into the realness, real talk about stress and life. So, my guest today is unable to join me. That is why today I'm turning the table on me and I'll be interviewing myself. Yes, when life gives you lemon, you make lemon juice. When things happen, you bring out the best out of it. So today I'll be the first person on this our stress and balanced conversation. I'll be interviewing myself on life, on work, on family, on future, on today, on every area of our life, how we come in contact with stress and how we try to achieve balance. So I want to encourage you, if you have any question while I'm speaking, please write it in the comment section. If I see it, I will answer it. If I see the question later, I will also answer it in the comment section. But as I'm talking, I'll keep reminding us, write in the comment section, what is your biggest source of stress right now? Just now. What is your biggest source of stress? That's my question to you. And as the session continues to go, I'll be asking that question. What is your biggest source of stress right now? So let's go into the question and answer session. Today I'm the guest, today I'm the host. So I'm asking myself questions and I'm answering them. So the first question, and these are the questions I'll be asking my guests in the next few weeks also. They are the same questions, but different guests. My first question is that, and you can also ask yourself those questions and answer them also in my comment section if you want. My first question to me is, can I describe a time when stress almost got the best of me and what triggered it? So I ask you also, can you describe a time when stress had the best of you? When stress will get to you and you do things that you don't like, and what really triggered it? When I saw this question, I just remember the most recent one that really got to me. That was last year. So I was moving from one apartment to the next apartment, and I did not have much space because I was working. I didn't have time to really do a lot of the movement myself or a lot of the renovations myself. So I employed somebody. I got somebody to help me work in the new place I'm going to go to, do the house and do everything. And the person will tell me, oh, don't worry, before weekend, I'm going to get things done. And me, I will rely on this person, and weekend will come, 10% of the work is not done. And I have 4 weeks. The person will tell me, oh, sorry, this, that. The next week, the same thing. The next week, the same thing. My God, I've not been so angry I've not been so stressed because I love to plan and I really plan myself. But this person here getting me out of my routine, getting me out of my plan. I could not do anything. So that really got to me. And that is why most of the time I like to do things myself. And at the end of the day, I moved into the house that was not fully finished just because I was relying on somebody and it didn't come true. And I can tell you personally, that was a big stress for me because I planned. I normally plan myself and it didn't work out well. And what triggered it was people. People triggered it. People triggered it. A person triggered it. And that, I must say that as a coach, is that most of the time, even at work in different places, we'll see that even if our workload is much, but if you are working with a person that is reasonable, hardworking, ready to do things, the work is no more as much as it's supposed to be. But when you are working with the wrong person, then the work is really difficult. So my greatest trigger at that time last year, that was around June, July, was a person that really did not deliver, did not do what they promised to do, and that really triggered me. So what was the last time you really got triggered and what triggered you? So write it in the comment section and let me read that later. My second question to me is, what is my current strategy for staying productive without burning out? What is my current strategy for staying productive without burning out? Me, three P's, three P's, three P's. One, I plan. Let me put planning and preparing together. I prepare and plan. That is one. I can plan. I plan my week, I plan my month, I plan my day. That goes a long way to make me productive. That goes a long way to help me to avoid stress. Secondly, I prioritize. Sometimes you just feel you have so much to do, really so much to do. You don't know where to start from. I prioritize. I ask myself, which three things are the most important thing for me to do today? And I face them. I face those things and I let other things go. So prioritizing helps me out. And the third thing, I pray. Prayer is my guide. So these are the three things that help me to stay productive and help me not to burn out. One, planning and preparing. Two, prioritizing. Three, prayer. So do you plan your week? Share with me. Do you normally plan your week? Do you prepare for the week, or you just go into the week? Do you plan your day? Do you prioritize? Do you say, today I must achieve these one, two, three things? And do you pray? Tell me the truth. Do you pray? Prayer calms me down. Prayer helps me out. So the third question is, how do I bounce back after an unproductive or mentally draining week? Sometimes we all have it, whereby, thank you so much, all of you that are joining me live. God bless you. So, um, how do I bounce back after an unproductive or mentally draining week? Sometimes, you have that feeling now. You did a lot. You work, but you don't see the result of what you are working. It's as if you worked for nothing. It's as if you are in motion but not moving forward. Those days can be really annoying. Or maybe you had a good week but you felt mentally drained. There's sometimes, because I work a lot on the computer, I feel a mental fog, brain fog, that kind of a thing. And what helps me is to watch a nice movie. A nice movie. Most of the time I love detective movies. They find a way to calm me down. So I love it. So what do you do when you are feeling unproductive or mental drained? Another thing that I try to do is that I try to do something physical. Even at work, when I've worked so much on the computer, after some time you just see me going to arrange something. So you have to um offset this your brain work with physical work. So what helps me to bounce back is that after doing brain work, I do physical work. Either I go for sport or I start arranging the house. So I start doing something that is physical, so that is not that my brain is not concentrating on. It helps me. So my question, what helps you when you are feeling mentally drained from the week? Share with me in the comment section. My fourth question is, what is one non-negotiable habit or routine that helps you manage stress? What is one thing that I always do that is a routine that helps me manage stress? Is my journaling. Of course, prayer is there, but I journal a lot. I journal. So journaling helps me to really manage stress, in the sense that before I go to bed, I write down different things. I have my gratitude journaling, I have my checklist, I have my pain list, I have my, brain drop, I have my wins, I have my learning points. They help me manage stress. They help me come back to reality. That is one thing that I do all the time, either in the morning or in the afternoon. And I have a mom's group whereby this week we are doing what we call um, gratitude journaling. This week we are doing what we call gratitude journaling, whereby every morning or afternoon or evening, depending on each person, we journal three things that we are grateful for, and we try to journal one thing in the past, one thing in the present, and one thing in the future. That helps me to really manage stress. Then we'll go over to family and personal life, how stress has affected it. So the question is, how has stress ever affected your relationship with your spouse, with your kids, or your loved ones? So I'll talk about how stress affects my relationship with my kids. You know, my kids are no more kids, they are older. But for me as a mother, when I was reflecting on this question, when my kids were younger, I didn't have much stress. Funny enough, because we I had more time to be with them. I was the one doing the cooking. I will cook, I will wash up, I will clean the house. When they play games, I would arrange it immediately, things like that. But when kids are growing up, you go out of the house, maybe they go out after you, or they come in before you, they make their food or eat what you have made. The plate is in the kitchen, or in the night, you arrange the kitchen, you wake up in the morning, and the kitchen is not the way it was arranged. I watched a video today on Facebook, and the lady was filming her kitchen, and I said, imagine you left in the night, you arranged your kitchen, went to bed, came back, woke up in the morning, came down to the kitchen, and everywhere was filled with pots, pizza, drinks, everything, because you have teenage kids. And sometimes, even when you ask your kids, go and arrange the room, go and arrange the kitchen, they will arrange it, then you come into it and you wonder, huh? Did you arrange this place? So that was a trigger point for me, because I'm a person that really love somewhere that is arranged, somewhere that is okay. I really love that. Another point of stress with my kids was that when I go out and I just come in from wherever I went to, maybe you are tired, disappointed, stressed, or whatever, and you now come in and immediately they want to talk to you. That is a point of stress. You get the point. That's the point of stress. So that can affect your relationship, or affect my own relationship with my kids sometimes. That sometimes I will talk, sometimes I say I will not talk, but it's boiling inside of me. The sixth question is, how do I set boundaries between work and family time, especially when life gets hectic? How do I manage set boundaries? First of all, I remind myself of my priorities. I always have to, because sometimes we forget. You are doing something, your child is coming to talk to you, you're just saying later, later, later. But you said that those children are your priorities. Are you sure? So I try to remind myself of what my priorities are. That's what one thing I do. I set that boundary. I say, okay, these my kids are my priority. I need to give them attention. Secondly, I try to communicate. I try to communicate, because if you don't communicate, even though if you are unavailable, communicate with the people around you, communicate with the people around you, let them know exactly, oh, now I don't have time, now I have time, things like that. Communicate it with people around you. And the next thing I do, I have what they call shut down times. When I feel that everything is getting too much for me, I shut down. I shut down. So those that helps me to put in boundaries, to set in boundaries. Number 7 says, as a parent, how do you handle the invisible emotional load at home? Um, at home, I'm a very organized person. So right now my kids are older, so things are much better than when they were smaller. But I can imagine for families or for moms that have younger kids, it can be challenging, to really handle that emotional load at home. A lot of mothers, even when they have small children, they prefer to go out to work than for them to be at home, because it's a strain. But for me, it's no more a challenge, because I have young adults. As children, most of the time they're not at home, and if they're at home, they keep themselves busy. So number 8 says, what's the most valuable lessons you have learned about balancing family and ambition? And I would say this: family is everything. Family is what stays with you from the beginning till the end. Your ambition, your work will come and go, but your family is what stays with you. So I've learned to hold on to the family tight. They said life is like different balls you hold, but all those ball, only one is a glass ball, and that glass ball is your family. So when you throw all those balls up at the same time, make sure you catch the family one. And that is what I've learned, to always come back to say, hey, I know I'm busy, I know I need to make money, I know I need to work, I know I need to be there for people, but I need to be there. I need to show up for my family, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So that is the most valuable lessons I have learned. Before life teaches it to me, I do it. So number 9 is about finances and responsibility. Number 9 says, has money ever been a source of stress for you? And how did you handle it or rise above it? So I ask you, write in the comment section, has money, finances, ever been a source of stress for you? I will tell you, first of all, let me answer for a lot of people. I will tell you, yes, for a lot of people. People want to book me as a coach, but their greatest source of stress is finances. Their greatest source of stress is finances. Yes, money has been a source of stress, whereby you want to do things, you don't have the money. You want to go places, you don't have the money. You want to achieve things, you don't have the money. The money is knap. That's what we say here. The money is not enough to do the things you need to do. And that can be a source of stress, because you become unfulfilled, you become unsatisfied. You start thinking, trying to join one or two things together, trying to ask yourself, which one do I cut off, which one do I add? Yes, money for me has been a source of stress, but I've been able to handle it over the years, and I've been able to rise above it. One, I cut my coat according to my material. I set priority, what is important, and I have sometimes delayed gratification. I tell myself, hey, this one, you will get it when the time comes. That cloth, you will get it when the time comes. This, you will get it when the time comes. So that releases that tension in me. So before, I'm not a person that whereby I'm so materialistic, but there's some things you really need at home, or you need for your kids, that you cannot get. You really need to tell yourself that you cannot get it. You really need to let go, but cut your coat according to your material, not according to your size. anymore. Number 10 says, what's one decision you made about your finances that has brought you peace or more freedom? So let me read. Write in the comment section for yourself, what is one decision that you have made about your finances that has brought you peace and more freedom? For me, it's saving. Saving. Saving has saved me. Saving has saved me. No matter how little I have earned, no matter how almost nothing I've earned, I've learned to save a particular percent. I've learned to save a particular percent, and that has helped me even in the rainy days. So saving has helped me. So what decisions has helped you and has brought you peace? For some people, it's investment. For me, it was saving. So number 11 says, how do you cope with the pressure of providing or meeting expectations financially? Personally, I do two things. I communicate. If I cannot afford, I communicate and I say, oh, sorry, none I cannot afford. I cannot come with you guys. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. I communicate it. I'm not ashamed. I say it how it is. I say, okay, for now, I can't do this. For now, I can't do that. So try to communicate that. And secondly, no matter how hard it is for me, no matter how difficult it is for me, I still try to give. I still try to give. That has always helped me. That gives me freedom, because maybe I'm looking for 1,000 naira and somebody else just needs 10 naira to be happy. I give that, and it reduces pressure in me even for my own needs, so that has helped me. So the next area is relationships and people. How do you manage emotionally draining relationship at work and in life? So how do you manage stressful people? Let me know. I did a series last year. I think I need to do that series again. How to manage stressful people. Stressful people. Hey, but I work in a clinic, and I know some patients are just they come in, they are just stressful. No matter how you try to help them, they are just stressful. In your family, that's your husband, that's your wife, that's your child, that's your parent, that's your auntie. Sometimes they are very, very stressful. How do we manage them? I must confess, personally, it was difficult for me because I'm an emotional person. I'm a very emotional person. So dealing with difficult people that are draining was a big challenge for me. So I don't know how it is for you. And the fact that I don't abuse and I don't get aggressive and I don't, communicate, I bottled all those things in. So I'm feeling the bitterness and the pain and everything inside of me. I did not manage it well before. I did not manage drainful or emotionally draining relationship. I didn't manage it well before. But now I learned, first of all, to avoid. The ones I can avoid, I avoid it. What should I put myself into a place where I know that I'll be totally drained, ignored, abused, misused? So I avoid it. That's the first thing I do. Then I try to relate with those people without emotions. When I know, this person is like this, when I'm coming to you, I just come with fact. I put my emotions in one side and I come with facts. Because sometimes we are so emotional that when we now come into such relationship, when we now come in contact with such people, we find out that we do things that we don't want to do. So even I know such people, I drop my emotions somewhere and I deal with them. And this is what I advise people, and it works out. And it really works out for me. So I avoid people, the ones I can avoid, and the times I can put my emotions aside, I do that. And also I accept people for who they are. When somebody has consistently showed you who they are, you let them be themselves. And I allow myself to be myself. So that means that two of us, we can be going the same role, the same parallel role, but not together. So that's the way I've learned to deal with people. And of course, no matter all what's said and done, people at work, people outside, It's different from families that are difficult. It's different from loved ones that are difficult, because you still see them, because you still need to deal with them. So like I said, I still try to prioritize me so that I can be strong. I try to be understanding, to say, okay, this person that is feeling this way, why is the person like this? Why is this person a stressful person to me? I try to understand them, I try to let them be, and I try to do me. So, do you have those stressful people in your life? Like I said, I'll do a video about stressful people again. So, the next question is, what has stress taught you about the kind of people you want in your circle? Uh, he said, what has stress taught me about the kind of people that I want in my circle? Me, I want people that are that have consistency in their behavior. I don't want people that just love only me and hate other people. No, I want people that are loving themselves. I want people that are consistent in their behavior to be around me. And I choose these people. I choose intentionally who I am around, or who are allowed to be around me purposefully. I choose them intentionally. So because life we only live once, so I choose those people in my circle, and I let them know, oh, I love you. You are in my comfort zone. You are in my safe space. So I do that. So the last two question is about growth and about the future. It says, when life gets overwhelming, what keeps you going and hopeful about the future? When life gets overwhelming, and it does, I don't know for you, for me, life gets overwhelming sometimes. So the question is, what keeps me going and hopeful in such times? One, my faith, because I know that as much as we are here, we know that we can die at any time. Last week I lost my neighbor. you know I was at work when my daughter called me and said that my neighbor is dead. Husband and wife, the husband is dead, just like that. He didn't wake up. So that reminds me that life can be that short. you know so when life gets overwhelming, I try to be grounded. I go back to my faith, hold on to it, know that, hey, am I right with God? Am I right to go with God? That's the first thing. And I try to take comfort from my loved ones, from my kids, from people that love me. That helps me. And the last one, I soak myself in my purpose and in my calling. I soak myself inside it. So, first of all, my faith and my calling when life is overwhelming. Secondly, my loved ones around me. And the third one, my purpose. I soak myself. When you're so busy in your purpose, you'll be crying with one eye. The next eye, you're doing what you know you are called to do. So that is life. That's what helps me. What helps you when you're overwhelmed? You need to talk to somebody. I'm not a person that talks to somebody. I talk to God. I speak to God. I hardly talk to somebody. I'm learning it. You understand? Yeah. As much as I invite people to speak with me about their challenges, me personally, what I do, I go for long walks. I pray. My faith is a big part of my stress journey. So the last question is, if I could pass one practical stress management tip to the next generation or to my younger self, what would that be? That's the last question for today. If I could pass one practical stress management tip to the next generation or to my younger self, what would that be? I selected two things. I know I'm asking this question to say one, but I selected two things. And the first one is, find your calling. Find that thing that you are passionate about and follow it. Find your calling. Find that thing that you are passionate about and follow it. That's what I'll tell my, and as early as possible, as early as your teenage years, as early as your young 20s, find that thing that you are passionate about. It can be sewing, it can be drawing, it can be singing, it can be dancing, whatever it is, follow it. Secondly, no matter what you want to do and you're afraid, don't be afraid. And if you're afraid, do it afraid. Start doing it afraid. You become an expert at doing it afraid. I was telling a colleague from mine today, there was something, she said, she's scared about doing it. And I said, hey, what I do sometimes, especially when I know that it's the right thing to do, but I just feel afraid, I push myself into the water. Then I know that I have no other choice but to swim out of that water. So I do it afraid. And that is one thing I would tell my younger self, to start on time, to do it afraid. So did you follow me in answering these questions? I'll read the comments and see the ones you were able to answer with me. So if you are listening to me and this thing that we have said resonates with you, my question is, when you are feeling overwhelmed, what do you do? I would advise you, go for a long walk. This is one of the things I advise my clients. When you are feeling overwhelmed and you can go out, just go for a long walk. Go out. Try it this week. You are feeling, your head is full, you are feeling overwhelmed, you are feeling stressed. Go out for a long walk. If possible, go out for a prayer walk. Go out for a prayer walk. Be talking, talk to God. God listens to you. That thing that is worrying you, oh God, I don't have money. Oh God, my car is spoiled. Oh God, why will I take care of my children? Oh God, this relationship. Go for a walk, a prayer walk. And by the time you walk 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, before you are coming back, a lot of things would have been shed. A lot of things would have been removed. And as they are being removed, you are getting back yourself, you're getting back your peace, and you'll be able to take better decisions. So if you need help in identifying what triggers you, if you need help in identifying your stress personality, if you need help in understanding your stress pattern and how to manage it in an healthy way, I invite you to book a one-on-one clarity session with me, or register for my 3 weeks courses, Balance and Beyond, The Balanced Woman, Elevate, Young and Empowered, or you register for my self-care masterclass coming up in August. That is all for today. If you are following me on TikTok, please also follow me on my other platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. And if you are following me on those platforms, follow me also on TikTok. I do a lot of videos. I have my balance, my weekly balance saying and things like that. So send me that DM, send me that email, and let's get you started on your balance journey. God bless you. See you next week.